Hey y'all! Welcome back to the channel.
Yes.
So today we coming to you all with a R. Kelly update.
Another update.
Yes, y'all, another update. A couple of things has been going on this past couple of days this week, and we're just gonna talk about it a little, let you all know what's going on.
Right.
So, if you all did not know, pretty much on top of the 195 plus years that he's already facing for his Chicago charges, just recently, R. Kelly is being arraigned on racketeering charges for recruiting young girls at his concert. So, just real quick, I am going to read to you all from Variety what they're saying about R. Kelly, which is, R. Kelly has been ordered to be brought to New York for his arraignment on racketeering charges that allege he recruited young girls for sexual abuse at concerts across the country, according to the Chicago Tribune. The charges are part of multiple allegations of sexual misconduct against the singer that have been filed this year. Yeah, so that's what's going on with him. And also, if you all don't know, he did have 3 co-defendants as well. It was a Milton June Brown, and then also it was Darrell McDavid. And then there's also one other person we're not quite sure yet, but he has 3 co-defendants that were also facing charges. Milton was facing the charge of conspiracy to receive child pornography, and in which he pled not guilty. And I'm going to just let you know what they're saying about him as well from Variety, which is also today, former Kelly employee Milton June Brown pleaded not guilty before a federal magistrate judge in Chicago to a charge of conspiracy to receive child pornography. Brown turned himself into authorities last week. On Friday, a judge ordered him released at his own recognizance.
So basically, that is saying, y'all, that we have an employee of Mr. Kelly himself who had the tapes in his possession. Okay? So all of y'all who, said, including myself, like some of his employees or maybe even some of the people who was working for him and some of the other people who knew about it, friends, family, also some of the girls' family as well. Those of you who know that there are tapes out there and that you do have in your possession, trying to, maybe want to use them when he get out, hoping that you can get some money. Like, these people are being brought up against charges for that. Okay?
Y'all might want to get it together.
Get it together.
Y'all, like, they're coming for everybody. Like, the whole pyramid is shutting down.
Yeah.
Like, come on, y'all. Come on. Did y'all really think y'all was going to get away with it?
The charges are just trickling down. Trickling down.
Lord have mercy. It's just the dominoes. It's gonna be and it's gonna continue to be a effect of just the dominoes just tumbling on down. The more people that come out, the more videos and stuff that winds up being shown and coming into play, the more evidence they get. Is gonna be more people that winds up getting prosecuted. And I don't feel bad for y'all, truthfully.
Not in the least bit.
I really don't feel bad for y'all.
It should have been happened because you been had the tapes. At this point, we talking about tapes. Okay? Tapes. That means y'all been doing this for years.
Of child pornography.
And it's just now that somebody dropped them tapes off, and obviously Brown had to have been in them tapes, or somebody said that he had them and they stole them from him. Either way, your name was associated and it was tapes. Like, come on. Not no video, not no, recording or whatever. Tapes.
No,
so this is old stuff, okay? That is just now being brought up. So y'all need to be very careful of what you've done and what you're doing now.
Yeah, y'all better watch it because it is definitely coming to an end, and I hate it for you all. So
I don't.
I mean, it is what it is. It is what it is.
Yeah.
But also what's going on is a judge ordered granted a protective order towards the case for any future details, any future evidence that has not came into play into the actual case. The judge granted a protective order, which is supposed to ensure that R. Kelly is not tried in the media, pretty much. Like
Right.
there's no for the future jury pool, the future jury that's going to be judging his case,
Right.
to ensure that they're not being swayed or they won't become biased of what's going on.
Yeah.
The judge ordered that protective order, and I actually think that's a good idea.
I mean, in other words, we ain't gonna know what's going on. So I don't think it's a good idea because I wants to know.
You are.
I want to know what's
Nosy
going on.
people want to know, but
Like,
you
can y'all subpoena me? Can I be on the jury?
no.
Because dang it, I know I don't have a residency there, but I definitely would like to know what's going on. So of course I can tell you guys, but at this point it doesn't seem like we're gonna get any inside information
I think
about
that's
the
good.
case unless it's somehow leaked, which a lot of stuff is being leaked nowadays. So maybe we may hear something. When we find out, we'll let y'all know. But at this point, it's saying that it's not gonna no longer be in the media.
I think that's great. I mean, a lot of people don't agree with it. Like Kelly's lawyers, his co-defendants,
Right.
they don't agree with it. They feel like that would stop them from being able to defend anything that may be said about them in the future. And I can understand you wanting to be able to defend yourself. However, you can't stop people from telling their truth.
Right.
So if they have a truth and you just so happen to be caught up in that truth and they decide to go give their story to CNN or whomever they decide to do that to, it's an oh well situation. You're just going to have to let your case play out in court and don't say anything about it. So they're upset about it, but I actually think that's a good idea because a lot of jurors, although you're not supposed to go into a case being biased, sometimes you just as second nature can't help but think about what you already know or what you've already heard or what you've already seen. So I think it's great that they're not giving them any more additional evidence. Go in with what you think you know and then get this new evidence we finna serve you and then really form an opinion.
Regarding to the case, I can definitely understand what, Hill is saying. But as far as public, knowledge, we all want to know. And I don't think it's just me. For those of you who are continuing to follow the story, who wants to know more information about it, whether you're for R. Kelly or against R. Kelly, we want to know.
You're gonna know after they release it in court.
I want to know why they're doing it. I want to know. I want to be in the know. Why in the know?
No, what he's saying is you can't release nothing before it's been presented in court.
I know.
So if such and such want to come on and say this,
yeah.
Well, don't come back. Well, that's why. This is what happened. Don't try to refute and say, oh, you lying because this is what happened and y'all haven't even talked about it in court yet.
But I think one asset that can happen from that is that, okay, let's just say some additional information is brought forward on one of the co-defendants. Cool. So you might have a friend of a friend of a friend or a family friend that may say, you know what? I do have a little bit of information on whatever evidence is being brought forward, whether it's for that defendant or against that defendant. You have somebody that can come out and say, oh, I'm a witness to whatever, and I can either help this person or throw this person up under the bus. I just think that we need to know, because you can bring forth a lot more. Maybe that other person may know somebody else that was involved. We need to know.
And this is a part of the reason why they ordered this protective order, because of those some people who might come out of the woodworks So, oh, I heard this is like the same thing that happened with the Surviving R. Kelly. And then when they went ahead and put it out, now you got all these extras that want to come out. Ain't nobody got time for that.
Exactly.
So,
no, we do got time for that. We do got time for
y'all
that.
Y'all didn't have time until somebody decided they wanted to say something. So today y'all got time? Today y'all got time?
Because we gotta think about the last video where the hairstylist was saying, and if y'all haven't seen our last video, please go and watch the last video because you'll be able to see an actual physical face put with the initials of one of the women who has come forward. But what I'm saying is basically this lady said that she watched the video, the documentary of Surviving R. Kelly, and that's how she was able to say, okay, I'm no longer going to be silent. I'm going to come forward and speak my piece on what's going on. And as we stated before, she's one of the 5 women whose initials that was mentioned back in March, you feel me, who's now coming forward and giving more evidence and more information. So that's why I feel that it's important, because other people can step forward. I'm just saying.
All right, I'm not gonna knock it. I definitely see your point.
Yeah, please see my point.
It's important when you're speaking in that aspect. However, y'all should have been did it, and I still stick to this protective order, point blank, period. Like, I'm sorry. You sit up there and take over $700,000, and now in 2019, like, they didn't just start talking about R. Kelly in 2019. Oh, but this particular documentary is what set it off for you. No, miss me with it. I'm not listening to it.
I think she came for it because she knew that there was an actual case and that she could be a contributor to the case.
Yeah, because you got people who didn't take money, or maybe, and then it was some people who did take money who decided to go ahead and come out. But maybe you could have been one of those people back then that came out that could have also helped jumpstart a case then. But we don't know because you chose to wait to 2019. I'm not going to keep talking about you, girl. I'm just saying. That is what it is. Either way, the lawyers and the co-defendants, they're not with it because they're not able to come out and have a rebuttal towards all these women who now all of a sudden just have something to say. And quite frankly, they the R. Kelly's attorney is in court talking about these women having groupie remorse. Y'all, like, I just cannot, because
not groupie remorse, y'all.
They're having groupie. That's what he called it, groupie remorse. And let me see if I can read like a little insert, because this whole situation just had me like, but I see where you're trying to go, but it's not the same. So pretty much, Page 6 is reporting R. Kelly is trying out the Diamond Dave defense. Lawyers for the embattled crooner claim in a New York court filing that their clients' accusers in New York are simply suffering from groupie remorse, and even use rock star David Lee Roth to defend the R&B's legend's alleged concert conduct. First of all, like, when I read that, first of all, I had to go look up who David Lee Roth was. And if y'all don't know, he was a part of the group Van Allen, like the 80s. And pretty much what he did was, and I'm going to insert a clip, but pretty much what he did was he scouted out girls at his concert, and they were saying that, you know, he would be on the mic and probably yell out something like 3 steps back, red hair, something of that nature or whatever. And a runner would know to go to the audience and find that girl, give them a backstage pass. And, you know, from there they'd come backstage and they would do whatever they would do.
I have here a book called Everything You Want to Know About Van Halen by Gordon Matthews. During the concert, Van Halen roadies scour the audience for the cutest girls they can find. According to legend, every roadie gets 5 backstage passes to hand out. Many a girl has been known to leave her boyfriend behind for a chance to party with the boys. David Lee Roth claims to be actively searching out girls from the stage. That's you. When he spots a girl in the audience he thinks is cute, he dances over to the side of the stage while Eddie takes a guitar solo. There he will shout something to an available roadie like red right, red t-shirt, out of sight, 6 feet back. While David dances back to the microphone, a roadie in the front row will receive a radio communique from the stage. Then he will go to work to find the girl and give her a pass.
Don't that sound familiar?
It sounds familiar, and you know, in this particular racketeering charge, that's the defense that he's trying to go for. Like, this is the whole rock star experience, the whole groupie and celebrity experience, and this is the type of things that happens when you're a rock star. But the difference between R. Kelly and the difference between David is R. Kelly's using young girls, so I don't even understand why you thought it was necessary to bring that up.
He came out, I'm a rock star, baby. He's a rock star too. He feel like he shouldn't be tried because somebody else who did it before him years ago did the same thing, you know. So I can see where his defense team is coming from.
I mean, I understand the defense.
Yeah,
I get what you were trying to say.
No.
The thing was, it's not just
but what you also have to think about is, you know, where we're getting the information from the news. It did not mention whether or not these girls were under or of age, speaking in reference to David.
That's true. They did not say what the age was for David.
From our side looking in, it's just, oh, well, we can decipher the difference because, you know, there's an age thing that's going on. But I think if the article had mentioned, you know, the actual ages of when David did this for of these girls, then maybe it'll kind of make a little bit more sense. At this point, okay, you referencing him being a rock star. Now you saying you're a rock star. You did the same thing he did. You had your people go out and do the same thing his people did. Okay, so it does make a little bit of sense. And now y'all actually just trying to put a name to it as far as groupie remorse. You feel me? So at this point, we can only speculate that it's the age difference. You feel me? So don't go saying that we said such and such and such. We are speculating, you know, that it could possibly be because of the age, because the article it did not mention that.
Yeah, it didn't mention, but ultimately, I mean, R. Kelly has allegedly been having all these issues with young women all this long. So ultimately, that's why this whole defense that you all are trying to do is like, is BS, really, because it's, okay, I get what you're saying, but it's still bad, and I mean, I understand that R. Kelly's a legend in his own right,
yeah,
but we ain't finna let you get away with all these young women that you've been scouting. Like, you've been scouting them, so...
And at this
that
point,
whole
5 of
ridiculous.
the young women who are, I guess, obviously now adults, or possibly not, because at this point, like I said, we only know 5 names. 2 of the initials we already know. 1 is the hairdresser, 1 is Sharonda. And so we don't know if the other girls are still, you know, young or now of age. But, I mean, it's just, you know, speculation at this point. But the whole situation is just a lot right now, and that's why I feel like we need to be involved.
You just want to be nosy.
Listen, y'all get in the comments and let us know. We need to be involved. Ain't no, you know what I'm saying? There's, on my end, there's no for, there's no against. And in the day, I still play R. Kelly. But that does not mean that I'm condoning what's going on. But I mean, some of the past records, y'all, I need to know what's going on.
Either way, I can wait.
Need to know what's going on.
I can wait until it's presented in court. I think that's the best way to go.
Do you know how long trial takes sometimes?
It's unfortunate. It's unfortunate. That means we need to get some business about ourselves.
Right.
So, it is what it is.
We gonna get some business about ourselves.
We can wait on it. As you all know, Well, as you all know, he do got R. Kelly do have his support system, his girlfriends,
right?
Azriel and Joycelyn at this point.
Right.
Of course, y'all know he was in court. They were in court today with him, supporting a man. And at this point, what they're looking into doing going forward is just trying to get into the entertainment business. You know, book some modeling gigs, maybe some parts in a show or a movie or something like that.
Yeah.
They just trying to become entrepreneurs out here, and I'm happy for them. I really
happy
hope
for them too.
that y'all succeed in whatever you all are trying to do.
Because I know we mentioned it in one of our last videos. Like, we want to know what y'all doing, what y'all got planned for yourselves, what's in the future for you. And now we've been giving that update, so we want to update y'all. These women, they do have a plan.
Right.
They do have things or goals that they have set for themselves. So, I mean, hey.
Guess we'll see what happens in the
Good
future.
for you guys.
Right.
And make that money, boo. Don't let the money make you.
Right. So, other than that, that was pretty much what's going on now.
Hey, girl.
Alright, y'all. So, just as we were closing out this video, I got an update. So, I'm going to read to y'all what's going on. And this is being reported from Variety. So, Variety is saying R. Kelly was denied bail on racketeering and sexual abuse charges at an arraignment hearing in Brooklyn Federal Court on Friday morning. The charges are part of multiple allegations of sexual misconduct against the singer that have been filed this year. The singer, wearing blue prison togs over an orange shirt, pleaded not guilty to the charges through his attorneys, Douglas Anton and Stephen Greenberg. While he looked ahead through most of the hearing, Kelly smiled ruefully and nodded briefly at girlfriends Joycelyn Savage and Azriel Clary, who were seated with two other associates of the singer. The two women each let out a sympathetic sigh as Kelly was led into the courtroom in prison togs. He did not address the courtroom except to tell the judge that he understood the charges against him. Attorneys for the government claimed that if the 52-year-old singer were released on bond, he would be a flight risk with a serious danger of obstruction of justice, and noted the allegations of his sexual crimes against minors. They also noted his lengthy and wide-ranging history of criminal conduct and said that during his 2002 child pornography trial, of which he was acquitted in 2008, there were multiple claims of obstruction of justice.
Oh, wow.
Specifically, paying off and intimidating witnesses not to appear, and noted the assistance of his inner circle with those obstruction claims. The attorneys claim there are 13 alleged victims involved in the relevant charges. He is charged specifically in New York with exploding 5 victims identified only as Jane Does, 3 of whom were minors.
Wow.
Wow, y'all. In response, Anton, one of his attorneys, wearing a dark suit with his hair pulled back into a short ponytail, noted that Kelly has no history of flight risk, even during the 6 years of his prior child pornography trial, and that the singer's passport has been surrendered. He refuted all of the government attorney's claims, stating that they are based on allegations and not evidence. Anton and Greenberg were seated with fellow Kelly attorney Nicole Black-Becker, who spoke briefly with Savage and Clary before the hearing and was clad in a black jacket decorated with silver sparkle skulls.
Oh, really?
Look at this picture.
What
It's a nice little picture.
We're going to have to put the picture up for y'all so y'all can see.
In reading his ruling, okay, y'all, we got some stuff. The judge cited Kelly's alleged multitude of crimes spanning from 1997 to 2018, noting they included incredibly serious sexual abuse of minors, coercion, child pornography, and referenced his access to financial resources, but said it is unclear what such resources the singer currently has. because y'all know he said he broke. He said he is also extremely troubled by issues of potential obstruction and the strong possibility of witness tampering if he is released. They think if he get out, he gonna be out here trying to maybe roll up on a couple people to be like, you better not say nothing. Okay, let's keep it moving. He concluded that the singer cannot be relied upon to comply with the terms of a release and ordered him detained pending trial.
Wow.
Approximately a dozen fans gathered in and outside the courtroom to support the singer.
That's 12.
Huh?
12
12 what?
fans.
We know a dozen is 12. Oh
So
my
make
God. Don't you cut me off of that. Mostly middle-aged women, one of whom was accompanied by 2 small children. 2 wore shirts that read "Free R. Kelly," while one showed off several homemade plastic crowns she had embezzled with jewels and small photos of the singer. Clary and Savage declined comment after the hearing. One fan, Janet Jones of New Jersey, told Variety that she believes Kelly is innocent. All of these girls' parents were aware of what they were doing. She said, how do you walk in and say, I'm going to be alone with a grown man, and your parents say, okay, and here's a picnic basket? Okay. That's on you as a parent. The girls choose to do that. If you had sex with somebody, that's what you decided to do. It's your body. She says she believes the accusers who spoke in the Lifetime docuseries Surviving R. Kelly were staged.
Wow.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, the singer R. Kelly is scheduled to appear at a status hearing at 1 p.m. Afterward, he is expected to return to Chicago, where he is facing multiple separate charges. The New York indictment claims that the singer ran a racketeering enterprise involving managers, bodyguards, drivers, personal assistants, and runners for the defendant, as well as members of his entourage, who recruited women and girls for sex with Kelly, also transporting them across state lines. It also claims that he filmed the sexual activity, including sex with underage victims. That was reported by Variety. It just literally came in, you all, as we were ending that update with R. Kelly. So he was definitely denied bail.
Yeah.
15 people? 15?
This is sad.
I hate it for you.
Very sad. I'm glad you had your supporters there. Everybody needs supporters. But that's sad. It's sad.
I mean, y'all, at this point, we can just see what the status hearing is saying. He was denied bond. It looks like after the status hearing, he'll be going right back to Chicago to continue serving out and waiting for his trial.
Yeah,
I believe the trial set for next year. They're gunning for an April trial. So he's gonna be. Yeah, April. They're gunning for an April trial, 2020. So that's a good.
Loud.
How many?
It's
9 months.
9 months
away. Yeah, 8-9 months away. So I mean, at this point, we're just waiting to see what happens.
Another thing I wanted to say was, since they're giving an update on him, if you guys want to get an update on the kids and Drea, possibly, you can catch Growing Up Hip Hop Atlanta. They're on the show. The show is supposed to be about the kids, you guys, but of course Drea has more camera time than the kids. At this point, we've only seen one child of R. Kelly and Drea, which is Buku. And then they've been showing some little snippets of Buku and one of the other kids, and you'll see them in the studio. So you can get an update on that if you guys would like to see it. If you want us to start doing some updates on that, please let us know, and we can give you guys like a little update on what's going on with Growing Up Hip Hop. But I just wanted to kind of throw that out there because I know Drea was on Surviving R. Kelly, and I'm pretty sure she's going to be involved in this Chicago hearing. and what's going on with that. Since her and Geronda were so buddy prior to, I'm not sure where they are now because it was a lot of feud going back and forth with the Instagram posts and everything. But that's where you can get your update on the kids. Okay.
Yeah, y'all. So if we get any more updates, we'll be sure to come back and let you know what they're talking about.
Yeah.
But yeah, we had to slide that in really quick because it just popped up on my phone. So yeah, let us know what you all think about that, okay? R. Kelly is being brought up on new charges in New York for racketeering. And pretty much
we know of the other co-defendants.
Yeah.
We give you guys an update on the girls.
Right.
And at this point now we just have to wait and see what information is being given. As I said it before, we'll give you guys the information when we get the information because as you can see, I want to be on top of it. So when they send it, I'm going to be looking. Okay? So you guys, let us know what you think about the video. Comment below. I want you guys to hit that subscribe button. Give us the thumbs up. Or if you're not feeling it, it's okay. Give us that thumbs down. We appreciate all of the criticism, okay?
Right. We love feedback.
Yeah, and give us a comment. Maybe you want us to do a little something more. Maybe you want us to give a little bit less. Maybe you want us to touch a topic of something else. Or, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, we're going to try to do some books. We're going to try and do some other things. Let us know what you guys are feeling. You can follow me at Quadriga Hogan on Instagram and Facebook.
And you can follow me at Hillary_DP, y'all.
And we will see you guys on the next update. Okay? Peace.